Okay, we're good, And we're live. Let's get going. Back to our building shenanigans. Wait. Don't work on that yet. Gotta go back to the beginning. There we go. Man, 359 days. We are almost at the 1 year mark. That's kind of crazy. I wonder how many people didn't expect me to make it. Oh, well, we're about to run out of stone here. There we go. I still don't get that reference. I don't think I ever will, nor do I really want to. I think I'm fine living in ignorance on this one. Head back to the storage location. And let's turn it all into stone bricks. But first, let's get back to over here. Yeah, we've got a lot of this wall to go. But we have done most of the southern border, or northern, I can't remember which one this is. Northern, okay. There we go. Yeah, this is coming along pretty nicely. Even though this segment's gonna be freaking huge. I got another large segment knocked out last night while I was just chilling. Got the Metro review done. Now next up is probably Bloodborne, as that's the next one I have the artwork for. Okay, I think that's good. Continue this side as much as we can. Yeah, we're almost out of shulker stone boxes there. We'll have to go get more from the quarry, which is irritating, but meh. Oh well, how y'all been up to today? Today's been a slow day for me. I've just been playing this game and chilling out. Just been thinking about what I want to work on. Got some plans for once I get all settled in and all that. on. Where's that running water sound? You know what? Once we get high enough, we probably won't even be able... Oh, there's where it's gonna be. There we go. Not dealing with that shit. God damn it. There's another one. Also, there's a dolphin! Hi, Flipper. Do I need to catch you in a tuna net? Can you and eat you? Nom 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 nom. Oh well, this actually kind of went pretty nicely. We've got a huge amount of resources. Hell, if I do burn through smooth stones that's already stacked up, it's like, well, I have several shulker boxes full of just cobblestone as well, which each stack will probably make 2.5, 3 stacks of smooth stone in these super furnaces. So it's like, yeah, each shulker box is gonna turn into like 3 shulker boxes of smooth stone, which is gonna be fucking silly. Hey, Black Cat. Why do you say that? I've played Minecraft on the channel off and on over the last year. I haven't got to play it as much as I like, but that's because I've been playing other games I like. Though, survival horror and action tend to be the major games. This is another one of my relaxing games. Unless I'm running for my life from monsters. Hey, Dancer. How you doing, kitty cat? We're just working on this stuff. Man, this wall is huge. I really wish I had a mini-map right now, just so I could show you what this looks like so far. Because just running it, like if I had a map, I'd be able to show you how it looks. But there doesn't seem to be any mini-maps updated for 1.13, which is fucking annoying. Yeah, that's all good, Black Cat. Yeah, I haven't played it as often as I used to as well. I usually play it with Iceman, but he's not here right now. He's at Drill. Sometimes Dibs will pop in. Ah, yes. We're at this wall now. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is get up to that segment. And then we can start doing the interior wall segment. Doop. Pretty much. I stream at least once a day for an hour at a minimum. Even if it's at like midnight, I still get the stream done. I'm glad Minecraft is still fairly Yeah, I remember when Minecraft was pretty simple as well. But I do like the fact that it keeps, much like Terraria, it just keeps receiving constant updates. Well, not constant, but like once or twice a year gets a big update. Which is nice. Keeps the game active, keeps the game fresh, and keeps expanding upon it. Plus, I like the fact that they upgraded the launcher, so you can load any of the old versions of Minecraft if you wanted to. Like, if you wanted to, you could boot up, what's it called? You could boot up Alpha, Beta, any, as old as a version as you can like. Ah, tea. Sadly, this cup is so small, I'm about to run out of tea. I'm actually looking... Yeah, there is something to be said about the simplistic days of Minecraft. But there's been a lot of little changes to the game that I really don't want to go back from. Like sprinting. It's like, it's not a huge thing, but without it, it is kind of annoying to maneuver. You could go faster, you could go farther. Do. Man, I just refilled my inventory before I started this stream. I'm going to need so much stone. Huh. Oh, hey, I didn't notice Raven. It was Raven, not Dancer, because they've got the same color. Hey, Raven. Oh, yeah. I mean, Raven, if it's physically possible, then yes. As long as I have internet, I will stream every day. At the very least for another year. Yeah, I feel you there. But as I said, I like the updates, except for the illagers. Like, the one thing I don't like about the later updates is they just keep adding so many overpowered enemies. It's like the phantoms they added in the last update. Like, you see how I have one death now? That's because I got 2 shot by a phantom, who also wasn't supposed to spawn in that safe area. So I got 2 shot by a phantom in diamond highly enchanted armor. It's like this is like Dragon Ball Z levels of power creep. Like, I shouldn't be 2 shot by generic enemies in full diamond armor. Well, I had been sleeping, but here's the thing. So here's what happens. The little shit spawned outside of a claimed area, flew into the claimed area, and killed me before it despawned. As I said, it 2-shot me in diamond enchanted armor. Oh, torches don't prevent them from spawning. They work on a different mechanic. They spawn based on whether or not you've slept for the last couple days. Yeah, if you haven't slept for 3 days or more, they start spawning. And if it's, what's it called? And the more days you don't sleep, the more that spawn at a time. Yeah, the insomnia mechanic. Pretty much, Raven. Pretty much. Not gonna lie, I have stayed up for like 2 days before. In real life. Near the end of hour 48, I started getting real twitchy. There we go. It's probably a little bit of the stream. Well, my stream will stutter a bit. Oh, that reminds me, I should make sure I have no background tasks running. Quit Discord, quit Telegram, quit, anti-malware bytes. Yep, close that out. Yeah, this laptop's about 3.5 years old now. So it's starting to feel its age when I stream. Especially when I use XSplit. But while XSplit will stutter a bit, it doesn't drop frames. OBS, instead of stuttering, it will just start dropping frames instead. So, it's like a lose-lose situation. Either do I take a little bit of slowdown, or do I take, what's it called? Or do I take a little bit of frame loss? I would rather have a little bit of slowdown, because you're still getting the whole game. It's almost time to take these back. There we go. Also, little things like that I enjoy the addition of. Just because it makes it so much easier to craft a bunch of shit on the go. Like, there's been some nice quality of life changes over the last couple years. Oh, I've got a replacement right now, but the motherboard is fucked up, so I've got to replace the motherboard before I can get that computer online. Because only half of the motherboard is powering up. That's a big issue, considering the top half is where the CPU and all that is. It's like, I just need to, like, I've got all the parts for a new desktop. I just need to get that, put together, you know? So I had it put together, the motherboard wasn't working. So I'm gonna have to probably replace the motherboard and try again. Because everything else is still good. We got more than enough power. We've got... I've learned a little bit just from tinkering. Besides, it'd be cheaper to... It's like I've got like a... I think it's a 1070 Ti, maybe a 1080. I think I got a T70 because it was like $250 cheaper. And it was still just barely not as good as the T80. So it's like, you know, if it's still going to run everything I want, I could just reduce the whole rig price by $250, then yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And yeah, I don't know a huge amount about PCs, but I've learned a little bit just from tinkering with the damn things. I used to take things apart for fun. Okay, that's just Discord. Dude. Oh, let's turn the music on. Keep it low, but we'll flip that back on. I rarely have the music on just because it likes to play the same damn songs. That I always forget about which song's which on here. Because I've made myself a custom sound pack. Sometimes forget what you got on here. There we go. Not today, motherfuckers. And that's why I carry a bed with me now, so I don't have to deal with those phantom shitheads. Metal Gear Solid 5, the phantom shithead. That is the big problem with Mac, is there's not nearly as many computers, there's not as many games, and the fact that Mac is extremely restrictive to what you can do. Like, the reason why Mac is not preferred for gaming is because there's no upgrading a Mac. There's no... Like, with a PC... You don't have to replace the whole PC. You could replace a part and extend the lifetime of the whole computer by a whole nother year or two. T. So, like, but with Mac, you want an upgrade, you've got to replace the whole goddamn computer. Because they don't make... There's no third-party parts and shit. Like there is with Mac. No, like there is with Windows. It's like, that coupled with the fact that there is limited games, makes it just all around a less desirable product for gaming. Hell, it's like, that's why most gaming computers are going to be PC, is because there's no third-party market for Macs. It's like everything Mac is Apple. You have to go to Apple to get charging cables. You have to go to Apple to get repair work done. Yeah, that's another thing. Well, yeah, playing a game on it itself is not bad. But I said there's limited games for it, and the fact that it's just, once that Mac gets to a certain point, it won't be able to play any of the newer games. Because there's no upgradability for it, you know? So unless you buy the newest model, you ain't going to be able to do anything. God damn it. Damn it. Yeah. Also, the fact that Macs are so expensive also is another point against them. It's like, why would you pay more for a more expensive computer that does less and you're more restricted in what you're allowed to do with it? It's like, you could build a much better computer for cheaper with a PC. So it's like, what's the point? That's why... Yeah, I hate when they remove features. Yeah, like how they fucking removed the headphone jack. Oh, hey, you'll instead have to buy this adapter that also prevents you from charging the device at the same time if you want to use your headphones. It's like, well, fuck you too, Apple. And my friend Coco's just so basically up Apple's ass when it comes to graphics design. She's like, it's so good. It's like you could do the same thing on a PC just as reliably. Hell, most artists I know nowadays use Windows and use Windows tablets just because why fuck with the bullshit of a Mac and how expensive it is. So you could get the programs on the... Hell, you could put the money you saved on buying the computer. It's like... Ooh, yeah, that's fucking annoying. And that's why I won't ever own anything Apple besides the one Gen 4 iPod I already have. And hell, I didn't even buy that. That was a gift. Like, so I'll never end up buying a Mac product just because it's the worst choice all around. At this point, it's pretty much just buying for name brand alone. It's like you're buying the luxury model, which has less features than a standard model. Yeah, not a big fan of that either. It's like Apple may have invented the mouse, but they definitely don't dominate the mouse market. Man, that Discord's just pretty active today. They're just all chit-chatting in the Discord. And with that, I am out of tea. Much sadness. I'll have to go brew up another cup in like an hour or two. Wow. Ah, so you can't use the fucking mouse and charge it at the same time. That's just some dumbass shit right there. Though I don't use wireless mice anyways. I always use wired. I always use a wired mouse and keyboard because they have a... They're better for playing games because they don't have latency loss. The problem with wireless keyboards and mice is one, you have to either keep them charged or keep them topped up with batteries. And they, lose, what's it called? Basically, there's a delay in input. Which just makes them not my preference. Especially when you like playing first-person shooters against other people. Sometimes you really gotta be able to nail that headshot real quick. Doop doop. Almost got this another segment done. Gonna have to build that other wall right the hell up, though. That's gonna be irritating. Oh, and we're about to finish off another shulker worth of stone. Yay! Gotta go get more stone. And the cat's snoring. What an adorable little critter. He is an adorable little cat. And he requires pets. Yeah, well, Apple ain't ever going to do that. Because they like having complete control over their platform. It's more profitable if you control if you control all the accessories, all the parts that you require. At the end of the day, for Mac, it's all about that money. Like, they don't do things for consumer benefit. Hence why iPhones are still fucking shitty. It's like, here's the thing. So you know how iPhones keep getting thinner and thinner? It's like, you know how iPhones keep getting thinner and thinner? That's because the company who makes the glass keeps revolutionizing how the glass works. But instead of keeping it now, if they kept the glass the same thickness, like the company that they work with is like, hey, if we keep the glass the same thickness, you could the screen would be utterly unbreakable. But Apple's like, nah, we just want it thinner, so they use the new glass to make the screen thinner, and so as such, it shatters like it always does. You could probably put your phone in your back pocket and fart and fucking shatter the damn screen. Because Apple won't listen to their developers, their engineers who are like, hey, we can make this a much better product. Nah, if they break it, they have to come to us for repairs. If they break it, they have to come to us for everything. Hey, Nuka-Cola. How you doing today, mate? What the hell's that symbol beside you? Kinda curious. It's a creeper. Is that? Maybe that's the turbo symbol. I don't remember. Yeah, I know you, Clancy, mate. I recognize it from when you said you'd follow the other night. Good to finally see you on. We're currently building my giant walled-off fortress. If to give you an idea for how large this is, it takes 20 minutes to run the perimeter. And that's running along the wall as best you can. It takes about 20 minutes to get from start to finish. But yeah, I'm just putting some time in building this up. Oh, if you think the work in progress part looks good, let's go look at some of the, what's it called? The completed portions. Damn it. Get that hole. After I finish walling up this next segment just a bit. I basically do this all in segments. I go far enough along, I place a tower, and then I work from that section, from the tower to tower, basically. And it helps keep me nice and focused. While also having a little bit of actual progress. Okay, let's back to the home. Let's see, what's down here? There's another interior segment, but we aren't going for that. Give you an idea, that's about to where I have the completed segment to. Let's see if we can get that other tower into render. I don't think so. No, when not quite close enough. But yeah, right over there's another tower. Yeah, this is a tall segment right here. My god, that Discord is pretty active today. And that's the area not following the coast. Also, that over there is the subway station. It's big enough to put an entire village into. I know because I leveled an entire village to build it. Pretty much, Raven. Pretty much. Let's see. We've got a large amount of shit done here. Yeah, this should give you a good idea of the scale we tend to work at. There's where that segment is complete too. Gonna take a while to get it all the way done, but hey, I'm looking forward to seeing it if we get it done before the server resets for the next update. Now let's go into the subway station. There used to be a village here. Not anymore. Stupid glitchy water fountain. Ruining my view from a distance. When you get close to it, all that glitchy water texture stops, but... I'm gonna just drop that. This is the dome. Now let's go on down. Elevators are around the corner. Let's go. Yep, here's the down. Hold shift to go down quicker and also not take damage on the way down. And here's the up elevator. You gotta be quick though if you want to get off on another floor. Doop. And here's the subway station itself. We haven't got any lines built yet, but that's because no one ever gave us their coordinates for where they wanted their stations. Raven. Yeah, there's a total of 6 lines on each side, leaving 6, 12, 18, 24 lines of a floor. And there's intended to be, what's it called, 3 lines. So 24, 48, 50, 68, 72 lines possible total. Could get more, but once you go so far up, you risk running into a lot of people's builds. And that's no good. Well, yeah, I know y'all are okay with it. She's okay that y'all just never gave me the damn location. Because hell, the last time I built a subway station was specifically just to connect you and Sam. But more safely. Hey, dolphin. Come here, get caught in my tuna nets. You will be delicious. There we go. Now we've made it safely. That still abuses me. It's like that last server, y'all could not make it like 10 feet without dying. And I'm pretty sure Anima lost that armor gift almost as soon as I gave it to her. I stopped giving Anima stuff just because she kept losing it. And at that point, it was just a waste of materials. So even if I've got an excess, it's like I don't like seeing shit just wasted. Yeah, I get you, server. Yeah, the nice thing is y'all decided to live close together this time. Yeah, I just need to stop building up that other side. It's a waste of time until I get the level indicated. And yeah, speaking of which, do any of y'all even play much anymore? Like, I haven't seen any of y'all on in quite a while. I don't think I've seen you on since you've made that bet or whatever with Ice. Well, that deal with him where y'all changed your characters. And you became an actual Raven. And he became the Penguin. Hey, Penguin, just not the Penguin you expected. Oh, well, this is coming along nicely. Yeah, I know, game. You're about to restart on me. Cut me off before I can finish another wall segment. I mean, you could always get on as well. Just chit-chat to me in the game chat. But yeah. There it goes. need to shave my face. It's getting annoying. This is why you'll never see me with a beard, just because I fucking hate the texture of facial hair. Oh, now the game wants to play some music. And the chit... And the Discord just keeps getting chit-chatty. Come on, boot back up. Ah, yes, I've been forgetting to change the main menu music. Come on, game. The downside of playing on a server, you gotta wait for the server to boot back up every now and then. I should finish my Resident Evil texture and sound pack one of these days. At the very least, the sound pack portion. Come on, you son of a bitch. Almost there. Options, video settings. Yeah, drop that back down. No reason to have that up 16 chunks if I'm not looking around. Almost got this segment done though. Doop doo doo. Well, Raven, you got any weekend plans? Even though I know your weekends are at an odd time. I don't remember when. I think yours were what, Wednesday, Thursday? I don't quite remember though. Okay. We're 5 away. God damn it. There we go. This is why I include staircases on all the towers. On the insides, though. Woo! I guessed it right. I wasn't quite sure, but yeah. So I remember you've told me before, but you know, unless you tell it to me like a dozen times, I will forget it. Ah, well, then how did your weekend itself go? I hope that's good for you then. I miss when we had a little local game store They always had much better deals than GameStop did. That's not what I want. There's what we're looking for. Yep, those two are empty, so this is the last one. Doop. Doop. Yeah. Sadly, Blockbuster was stupid. Like, business-wise, they were incompetent. Netflix offered, offered to sell themselves to them. Blockbuster was like, no, there's no future in that. And pretty much Netflix plus Redbox pretty much knocked them out of business. Though Redbox is slowly dying the same death of, Blockbuster. Yeah, I think there might be a couple left, not just one. I saw one a few years, like a year or two back, that was open on a highway. But yeah, everyone knows about the Twitter account one, though. Though I'm not sure that's an actual Blockbuster, or that's just a meme. Just a funny Twitter. Come in and rent 2 movies and you can have as many sour straws as you want. We're almost there, though. There we go. Either way, that Twitter profile is pretty damn funny. Come here, aspirin. Fucking tooth hurts. Probably not the smartest medication to take when you already are on a blood thinner, but fuck it. That's all I got anyways. Don't feel like digging out the ibuprofen. It tends to be less effective for me anyways. Taking so much ibuprofen when I was in the army. That's just like, well, this does almost nothing for me now. It's like, that's fun. Well, actually, Redbox isn't what killed off YouTube. What killed off, but not you. Well, Redbox isn't what just killed off Blockbuster. Netflix killed off Blockbuster more so because you could get all these movies so much more convenient. As I said, Netflix offered to Blockbuster to buy them, and Blockbuster was like, nah, there's no future in it. No one wants to stream movies. Little did they know, that would be the decision that sealed their fate. There we go. That plus how incompetently they mismanaged their own streaming service, their own apps, and all that. It's like, they did themselves in. Because instead of adapting to what the competitors were doing, they decided to try to do what Mac did. Well, what Apple does. But unfortunately for them, Apple has a monopoly on their shit. Blockbuster did not. It's like Blockbuster got used to having that monopoly. And when it fell out, when there was a competition, they just couldn't keep up. It's like, they pretty much got too goddamn complacent. Well, yeah, they went bankrupt, but that's not true. The company bought out Neko this year and said they would start resuming production of them at the end of this year. At the end of 2019, they stated they would start production of the conversation hearts again. Well, there is other companies that make them as well, but Neko's the original and the most well-known of them. Like, Braches, they make like a sour one, and I don't like Braches, though. It's like, honestly, I don't mind the death of Toys R Us. Like, you remember that GoFundMe that they made to try to save Toys R Us from going under? It's like, if y'all really gave that much of a shit about Toys R Us, you know what you would have done? You would have went to Toys R Us to buy your toys. It's like, why give money to a company that's failing? It's like, it's just stupid to me, you know? It's like, if you really gave that much of a shit about Toys R Us, you should have bought their toys. Well, I preferred to buy my shit from Amazon and such because it's cheaper, it's easier, it's more convenient, because it just comes right to my fucking door. Yeah, it's like I don't get the nostalgia for Toys R Us. It's like, it wasn't that great of a company. Oh, hey, Metal Gear music. Well, there's a copyright claim by Konami already. Pretty much. Oh, well, I like this song anyways. Kind of weird, though. It took it like 30 minutes to play a song. Calling to the Night. If you wonder what the song is called, it's Calling to the Night. A little bit louder. Let me know if it's too loud or not. Alright, how about now? Good. I like video game music. Especially Kojima video game music. What about Metal Gear? It's like, they've had some just really good soundtracks over the last several decades. Fuck. Well, up we go. Whoosh. Alright, so the balance between the music and my audio is good. Half-Life, I haven't played 2 yet, but I have played a lot of 1. I do have to, I've just been meaning to play it. But if I remember right, the music in Half-Life is pretty good. Honestly, that's one of my most important aspects when it comes to reviewing games, is the soundtrack. The soundtrack has to be pretty good. I wonder what I'll play next. Now that it wants to play music. Son of a bitch. Hate when that happens. Always a pain in the ass to run back around. Oh, let's see if we get a new song. I'm curious. Come on, game. You had to knock me off my wall. Help! Falling down a hole. Also, I'm starting to stutter for some reason. I have played a little bit of the expansion packs, actually. They're pretty good. God, I love the Ender Bow. This is a good plugin. you son of a bitch. Yeah, I played some of the expansion packs. I have all of them. I do need to play them some more, though. Because it's been years since I had... God damn it. You know, I'm just gonna build my way up. I have all three of them. Blue Shift, Opposing Forces, and what's the other one? I think there's 2 or 3. I can't remember. I know I have Blue Shift and Opposing Forces. Yeah, I lost a couple bricks there. Oh well. Yeah, you might be right there. I couldn't remember, though. I just remember they were made by Gearbox Studios. And just like, oh, how you have fallen. It's like Gearbox used to be good. And then they made Aliens Colonial Marines. And Duke Nukem Forever. It's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's like, even Borderlands, while, yeah, it was good. It's like, but your other projects suffered for it. There we go. Okay, I think I want to do like this. Yeah, I couldn't remember, but I do have both of those then. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're not going to, though. Because what's the odds that they're going to... They aren't John Romero. They aren't going to release an expansion for a game that old nowadays. Except for, as I said, if you're John Romero, who's releasing a 25th, like a 25th anniversary of Doom mod pack. Basically, it'll be the 5th episode of the original Doom. Which is cool as fuck. That's not true. As I said, Borderlands 2, Gearbox just fucks up a lot nowadays. No one wants a sequel to some of their games. Besides, I don't think they have the license to make Half-Life games anymore. They would have to get the license. They'd have to basically purchase the license from Valve again. And I don't think they're going to fuck with that, you know? Because, yeah, at the end of the day, it's still, what's it called, Valve's game. They were just contracted to make that. I don't know. Valve's had its own share of blunders over the last couple years. Like with, well, the fact that they won't ever, like with, what's it called? What was that shitty game that they allowed, that was licensed? Hunt Down the Freeman? Like, that was just such a shitty game. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, they've made a lot of things since Opposing Forces. I mean, hence, there's Borderlands, there's Colonial Marines, there's Duke Nukem. I didn't say they made good things, but they did make things. But yeah, it's been just one big shit show with Gearbox in the last decade. That and the fact that Randy is kind of a dick. Like, he refuses to accept blame that, because he basically keeps blaming everyone else for the reason why Colonial Marines was bad. Like, it's like, dude, just fucking accept that y'all fucked up. It's like, y'all fucked the game up. You fucked it up on your own part. Just, if you would just accept that you fucked up and move on, things would be good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Gearbox anyways. They've fucked up so many times since with, I said, with Duke Nukem, with, Colonial. Like, hell, from what I remember, they actually took money from the budget for Aliens Colonial Marines and put it towards Borderlands. It's like the budget they were given for, Colonial Marines, they basically siphoned some of that off and used it to make, Borderlands 2. Which, Borderlands 2 ain't a bad game. Well, I don't know, but to be fair, Valve doesn't really need to make games anymore. They make so much money, so much off of Steam itself, that they could just keep licensing out their shit if they really want a new product in their game line. Or they could just, you know, keep profiting off of third-party sales of games. It's like they have no motivation for making games anymore. That and the fact that Gabe Newell is spiting people because he's tired of the Half-Life 3 jokes. Hence why at one interview he was like, what's it called? If every time someone mentions Half-Life 3 to me, I add another year on the production of it. Oh, hey, more Metal Gear music. There you go, I think this music pack is mostly Metal Gear music. Yeah, I knew a little bit about the leaks.
I stay
You say that. I'll be right back. I've got to use the bathroom. Enjoy the music.
up above and think, what am I made of? Am I full of sorrow? Am I hurt and pain? Or am I filled with love? I walk by myself on the streets below and ask every child I know, do you think tomorrow will bring sun or rain? Which one of these will show? I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no other way than the light leading to yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness
I'm back. And yeah, get up there, mug. Yeah, you're pretty much never gonna get another Half-Life. What else? But I think the other issue with Half-Life 3 is it's been so overhyped and blown out of proportion over the last decade and a half that it's just not going to be able to live up to it, you know? Also, smooth jazz. That is the music of choice today, apparently. Smooth jazz.
Why can't each of us in the world?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think if Half-Life 3 even came out, it would be possible to live up to the amount of hype and fervor out for it. So people are going to end up disappointed. No matter what happens. And that's what happens a lot of the times when things are in development hell. Even when they do come out like Duke Nukem Forever, it just overhyped, came out so long, and it just wasn't good enough. Because Duke Nukem Forever wasn't even that bad of a game. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, it was impossible to live up to the hype that had been established. You know what I'm saying?
It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war.
There we go. I forgot how calming this song is. Though also annoying.
joyfulness I'm looking for.
I mean, everyone likes to talk about the physics-based system in Half-Life 2, but there's actually a PS2 game that beats it by a couple years, called PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy. It beats Half-Life 2's physics-based ragdoll engine by several years. But that game, it wasn't good. Well, no, it was pretty good. It just has one of those games that's a cult following, and it just didn't get a big enough following to really take a lot of notice. I mean, what has Valve actually put... Yeah, Steam. Steam did change how PC gaming is marketed and shit. But they haven't... Outside of Half-Life, they actually haven't put out many games. Portal was a game made by a bunch of kids. Well, a bunch of, I think, teenagers and amateurs who just wanted to make a product, and Valve bought them, well, hired them because they liked their project, but Valve did not create that game. Same with Counter-Strike, same with Team Fortress. Actually, those two both started as mods for Half-Life. It's like... Yeah, I ain't shitting on Valve, though. They do good work. When they actually do work. They put out a lot of good shit. Yeah, I think my favorite developers is probably Naughty Dog or Sucker Punch. Like, Naughty Dog or Sucker Punch are probably my favorite developers. Well, Capcom's trying to earn its ways back into my good books with the latest game. There we go. Now we're making progress. Sadly, we need to go restock the shulker boxes. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's go grab the last of the stone out of this box. There wasn't much left anyways. Just enough for 2 more stacks. Not bad though. Fucking hungry. Definitely going to have to end this stream in like an hour or so. Get something to eat. I'm starting to build a pretty big catalog of video game music just for my reviews. There we go. build these up a bit. Son of a bitch. There we go. Yeah, as Napoleon said, an army moves on its stomach. If you can't keep an army well fed, it's not going to last. Because it requires supply lines. Let's see. Almost got this segment. Well, not really. There we go. No, I'm not losing that bed. Speaking of Valve, you mean the company we've been talking about for the last 30 minutes? But yeah, what's up? Oh, the AI in Half-Life is fucking derpy. At least in the first Half-Life. They make some derpy-ass decisions. But entertaining. Oh, you know what's funny is, you know that scientist who will peek out of the dumpster? I managed to chuck a grenade in the hole. Like in the narrow crack. And just... Goodbye, scientist. Poor son of a bitch never saw it coming. Oh no, we're out of stone. Okay. Alright, go back. Yeah. Like, the AI for the scientists could be dumb as shit, but the AI on the security guards could just be like, ah, you want everything dead? Job done. It's like, but what? It's like everything's dead. Alright, start stashing empty shulker boxes in there. I really hope Ice didn't stick a bunch of empty boxes in here. Oh man, though, I just remember the soldiers are fucking dicks. Like, their AI could be... Oh yeah, that's the one that I always hated most, was the fucking soldiers AI. So many hand grenades. Why did you pull a bed into my... Okay, then. Speaking of strange decisions... Game decided to give me a bed. Okay, we'll start from this end. I I wouldn't say they always keep me on my toe. Like, goddamn, they just love their grenade spam. Fucking hell. Like, they'll just throw 2 or 3. I have seen them throw as many as like 5 grenades in the same spot before they go off. It's like, do you need this many hand grenades? Really? Do you need this many hand grenades to kill me? You all are dicks. So many hand grenades. And that's why I give them hand grenades in return. And tube launched grenades. It's like that AI is just grenade heavy. There we go. You know what's a strange game? Postal 2. Strange but kind of fun. That's odd, because the AI is infamous for their hand grenade spam. It's just like, fuck, I don't need this many. Well, I pushed him into the wall. He will be sealed in forever. Like the, what's it called? The Cask of... I can't remember, but it's an Edgar Allan Poe one. It's the Cask of, something. You probably know what I'm talking about. No, not really. Because I will literally be coming into a room to fight them. And it's just grenades! It's like, this isn't just me. Like said, it's well documented on the internet that the soldiers love their hand grenades. Like the Cask of Amontillado. Yep. Knew it was something I couldn't pronounce. But honestly, my favorite FPS is still the original Doom. I think Doom will always be more my preference than Half-Life. Though both are still very good games with very active modding communities. Yeah, I stay away from dating simulators, especially ones with names like Dream Daddy. That just sounds creepy as fuck. I tend to flank those shits. Though they also are tanky at times. You know, Come here, Atomic Fireball. You'll stave off my hunger with a sweet, sweet release of sugar. And spice. Cinnamon candy is the best. Oh. Oh, well, who would have figured? The community around a weeb dating simulator. The community around a weeb dating simulator is toxic. Who would have guessed? I don't really remember much about the AI. I said I haven't played much of Half-Life 2, so I can't comment very extensively on that. I've played a lot of, let's see. Actually, you know what's a game I really like that's a first-person shooter that's kind of old is, it's Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. Just because of how much they put into historical accuracy and such. Long way off from the Infinity Ward and Treyarch of today. I mean, I've watched some, live, like, you know Jolly Wankor, over on YouTube and Twitch? I've watched a lot of his fucking videos where he covers Half-Life mods and shit. Yeah, it's not surprising. Yeah, it's not surprising you haven't played that game. A lot of people thought it was just a like a shittier port of 2, when it's actually its own standalone game that has its own story, following the Big Red 1 throughout the journey. Kind of like the latest World at War, but not shitty. Shots fired. Not World War II. God, the latest Call of Duties are just so shit. Oh, hey, more Metal Gear music. Actually, this is Metal Gear inspired music. Oh, well. Whoa. I enjoy this music. There we go. So what time you go to work today, Raven? Goodbye, Brick. We hardly knew ye. I like this song because it's an orchestral amalgamation of all the original theme songs. That's 22, so that'd be 2,300 for me. Alright, so about 11 o'clock for me. Okay. CST is 1 hour behind me, so yeah. Well, no. Making me use military time, well, 24-hour clock. Welcome back, mate. We're building the wall so tall. It's the greatest wall of them all. We're gonna keep out all those screeches and Jim Tam Johns. We're gonna make Screech pay for it. God, I hated that player. He was a fucking cunt. I'm glad he doesn't play on the server anymore. Like, the idiot would obnoxiously try to put signs around my base and lock them. Like, the idiot would try to put signs around my base and lock them to annoy me. Little did the idiot know that I could just break the block under them and get rid of the sign. That, and if there was one I couldn't remove, Dibs would take care of it. Just technically speaking, that's griefing. And he did it like 3 or 4 times just to try to piss me off. He was a cunt. Ow, my legs. I broke my legs. Yeah, it's 7:57 here, so 19:57 for y'all. There we go. There it goes. Luckily, this segment's... Wow. We're almost kind of done. Holy shit. Well, at least with the lower level. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't use it much anymore for obvious reasons. Yes, the wall must be built. We had to build the wall because of players being cunts and be like, oh, you can't do that. So, like, you can't build there. It's like, I've claimed the territory with a wall. That and people building things out of spite or the grief us. So it's like, you into the wall now. You've basically, basically you fucked up. Because there is a lot of area unclaimed within the wall. But that's just but the entire exterior is claimed. And yes, I need all these walls. Pretty much. That just annoyed me with Dolan. He's like, oh, you're hogging all the village. I have one village that I managed to locate. I'm sorry, I managed to find one wall. It's like, that just annoyed the shit out of me. He's like, you can't have all them. Why? I found them and I claimed them. That's how this works. You have several villages you found yourself. You're just jealous because mine are better and within closer distance to me. It's like, you want the benefit from my villagers? Well, hey, then trade me something to get something. I think he only threw such a big hissy fit over it's because it was, I had mending villagers. Yeah, I don't play that communist bullshit. Or socialist bullshit either. It's like, what I find is mine. It's like, I'm not going to come into your base and demand you give me your diamonds. Oh, I didn't find all these diamonds. I want them. It's like, no, that's not how it works. So, I built a giant spite wall. Yeah, that's why we hid them in a claimed chunk of land that's that's hidden underground. So they can't. The only people who can edit blocks in the claimed land is members of the town. And if you aren't a member of the town, that means you can't get access to our shit. Yeah, we always do insane shit like this. This is just what we do for fun. Technically speaking, this is all just one wall. It's just one really long one. Yeah, this clearly marks what's my territory, and if you don't like it, you can fuck right on off. Because I have a claim to that land. Yeah, it is. It's pretty relaxing. And yeah, I mean, they could try taking it by force, but there's no PvP and shit on this server. So they'd have a hard time doing that. Yeah, I like these building projects. They are relaxing. This is a good game for relaxing. When you aren't being hounded by phantoms and creepers, though. cat snoring again. That's adorable. Yeah. And, hey, it's like, dude, I wouldn't be a dick if you weren't trying to take something that I have a fucking claim to, you know? This is one of those servers where you can't take people's shit if you have a claim on it. We use Townie on this server. And let's say I have over 1,200 blocks, well, not blocks, chunks claimed. And that isn't even like half our territory. That's just the perimeter outline, mostly. Like, if I was to claim every single chunk in the town, it would probably be about 4,000, 5,000 block, well, chunks. I mean, they tried. It didn't work out well for them, but they tried. But that's where the other thing comes in place. If you if you are going to try to take something, you've got to make sure you've got the force to back it up. Yeah, that's the other thing. It is a large map. There's plenty of, there's like 10,000 by 10,000. There's more than enough space for everyone to build, especially considering not many people join the server. Yeah, they just gave me so much shit about it. It's like, oh, it's like, have you seen the size of our builds? We're going to fill that space up just because we like building large-scale builds. It's like, if the size of our walls or the size of the subway station are any indication, we build big projects and we need space for it. That's why we go out that's also why we go out thousands of blocks away from any other player, is so we don't encroach on their area, you know? There we go. Come on. There we go. Now let's start filling this in. Could reach up to 4 blocks away. Maybe 5 if you're lucky. But yeah, now we get this going. I kind of want to... Yeah, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome how big this is. It's like this isn't even the top section. This is just the under layer. It's a good thing I have so much resources. Like, I showed Dibs how much resources was in the core, and he's just like, holy fucking shit. It's like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna burn through all of that and more. There's no point. Because as I said, this land is claimed territory. You can't interact, you can't build up on it, you can't break the walls down. Any land that's claimed, you can't get in. This pretty much just serves as a big old boundary slash, like the walls basically keeps them out of that claimed territory. 'Cause otherwise, if you don't have a barrier, they could still walk around in the claimed territory. But with this, they can't get in. Like, there will be a couple ways in, but they'll be only at fixed points. There's going to be a harbor, and there's going to be like one land route into the city. Otherwise, you can't get into the area. Oh, there's also the subway, but as said, there's been no lines built on it, so can't really get in there. There we go. Like it so far. Come on, game. Yeah, this definitely puts Trump to shame. Trump thinks he can build a wall. He can't build one better than I can. So there's still like another 8 blocks of height to go. Another thing I like about this wall though is it gives you a nice view. At least if you're going on the top. On the inside, not so much. God, I hate politics, though. I always try to avoid politics. It's just such a shit show, either way. Both sides are pretty fucking stupid. Both sides act like cunts. It's just, which cunts do you prefer in power? I don't particularly care for either one. It's like, we didn't really have very many good options for the... It would if, well, down there would be if the fact that we'd have mob spawns turned off. The inside, this section right here is lit up. I mean, you're not gonna get banned from the Discord. You're fine, mate. So, it's more if I just avoid politics because it tends to be a shit show. People will start throwing names and just getting angry both sides. And I just don't like dealing with that shit. But yeah, the interior is except for this side, are pretty well lit up. him as I think it was a Nazi, but tried to label him as an alt-right asshole and tried to get them fired from their university position. And when it actually backfired in their face and caused their business to suffer, because they had their own little self-employed business, and when people found out that this business owner was trying to, destroy people's livelihoods over nothing. Yep. Yeah, that shit's annoying. I mean, like, what's stupider? Not believing in a god or believing in something blindly like a fucking sheep? It's like, I don't believe in shit that I don't have evidence for, you know? Yeah. It's like, oh, that also reminds me. The fact that one person decided that the best way to insult me was calling me edgy. They were like, how am I edgy at all? It's like just because I'm not being overly nice doesn't make me edgy. It's like, I don't care if I hurt your feelings, but I'm not intentionally hurting people's feelings either. But I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat shit for people. It's like, I will tell you how it is. If you don't like it, well, that's your own fucking problem. Well, yeah. Yeah, don't you know we're the lambs of God? It's like, I would not be a sheep. Oh. Oh, my leg's gone numb. Fucking hate shit like that. Oh, god damn it. There we go. I was like, what? Why is that? It's like, ah, wait, half slabs. Yeah. Pretty much. It's like, I don't believe in things that blindly. That's why I also don't believe in, what's it called? Like, anything, if anything it says homeopathic, run the fuck away. Because homeopathic is nothing more than usually just fucking water and a very diluted bullshit. If it's anything at all, if it isn't just plain water. Or it might be actually harmful for you. Like, what's that silver shit that basically turns you blue? Like Newton. Yeah, I'm a moderate. I have I have basically political views of both sides. I don't follow parties at all. Pretty much. That's one of my biggest issues with political parties nowadays. It's literally extremism. You go all the way my way, or you don't go, or you're fucked. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anarchy as well, just because anarchy is just too much, you know, there needs to be some sort of control over the situation. Because just knowing human nature, under an anarchist situation, you end up with something like Fallout or Mad Max. People go fucking nuts and do stupid shit to each other. It's like even the most basic of tribal situations still has a hierarchy, has some sort of government in place. Because people require something to keep them in check. I don't believe in human beings. No, not really, Raven. If there was no laws at all, we would be Florida. We would be fucking Florida, pretty much. Like, you know all the headlines out of Florida? Yeah, that's what we would fucking be. So that's pretty much what happens when you have anarchy also tossed in with a bunch of drugs. Yeah, if you let people do whatever the fuck they want, they're going to do a lot of fucked up shit. But yeah, I said, like anarchy just wouldn't work in my eyes. So, people are just too, well, they just do whatever, when they're allowed to do whatever they want, they're going to do whatever they want. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I feel you there. That's also why I don't bring up politics around family. Especially considering, like, my grandmother's part is very die-hard Republican. And if you say anything that is anywhere nearly not, if you just say anything that's nearly not that, well, that aligns with her political beliefs, yeah, things don't go well. Yeah, that's kind of how it should be. As long as you aren't hurting anyone else, you should be able to do what you want. Now, the moment you start causing trouble for other people, hurting them, that's when someone should step in and fuck your shit up. Okay, then, this looks pretty good so far. I mean, I do have a nocturnal sleep schedule. I don't usually go to sleep till about 5 or 6 a.m. So, yeah. Also, I like how I could just barely see the sun in the water. Well, nope, that's probably the moon. There we go. Ugh, yeah, I'm getting hungry now. Good kitty. Yeah. I should check my VA application, see how that's going. Hopefully it goes well. Doop 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 doop. Damn it! Keep doing that. Yeah, here's hoping. I've got the application in, and it's currently at the evidence reviewing stage. Hopefully it's enough to get an increase. Welcome back, cat. We've got a cat, we've got a raven. And I think we've still got a dancer somewhere in the background who is also a kitty cat. We've got all sorts of fuzzy animals. Or, well, fuzzy and feathered. I'm surprised you don't have a bird Sona, Raven. I would if I was you. Just because of the name. It's perfect. Yep, it is a tiny dancer. I mean, I don't think Kenkus count, Raven. Like, you have a D&D Kenku, right? Yeah, I don't use that many characters, especially the Anthros anymore. Oh, there comes that song again. Boop, boop, boop. What are they? Are they an animorph? Are they going to fight slugs? God, that was a weird-ass book series, wasn't it? Well, they had some pretty cool cover art on them. I mean, yeah, I've read them a little bit when I was younger. I haven't had one of the books in years, though. I've also read the Warriors book series. Or at least up until, like, series 4. There we go. think we're almost done with this segment. You do you, Black Cat. Said I don't particularly enjoy discussing politics. It's not my cup of tea. Yeah. Let's see. Let's plop these down here. That's 2 down there. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Yeah, that's certainly a good one. It's like, I may disagree with what you say, but I'll defend to death. Hey, this looks good. There we go. I like how this music just slowly picks up more and more. Come on, grab that. Alrighty then. It's been about 2.5 hours. I think we're gonna wrap up now. Hope y'all had fun. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll play maybe some more Minecraft, maybe some Resident Evil. Gotta do something for that anniversary coming up. Hope y'all had a good one though. I'll see ya.